Hello and welcome kids once again to your maths classes of grade 5th. In my previous video, I have taught you how to solve word problems based on two mathematical operations that were addition and subtraction. As we are continuing with our second chapter of maths course book, that is for fundamental operations, where we have to learn addition, subtraction and the things related to that, how to solve numerical problems as well as how to solve the word problems. So in this section I have taught you how to solve the word problems. In fact, 4 questions I have done also, and rest I have given you as homework. Now in this session of the video, we are going to solve word problems of exercise 2b, which is based on the rest of the two mathematical operations, that is multiplication and division. Okay, so first let's quickly have a recap of the properties of multiplication and division. So first property is, when a number is multiplied or divided by 1, the result is the number itself. When a number is multiplied or divided by 1, the result is the number itself. As you can see over here with the help of an example, when a number is multiplied by 1, the result is the number itself. When a number is divided by 1, the result is the number itself. Second property is, when a number is multiplied by 0, the answer is always 0. When 0 is divided by any number except 0, the answer is always 0. Division by 0 is meaningless. Yes, this is also a key point, that when a number it is multiplied by 0, any number, large number, small number, any kind of number, if that particular number is being multiplied with 0, then the result will always be 0. Okay, and if 0 is divided by any number except 0, division of 0 with 0, 0 divided by 0, it is meaningless, no meaning of that. But if 0 is divided by any other number, then also the result is 0, and any number is divided by 0, that is equal to meaningless. Okay, now third fact, every multiplication fact has two division facts. Every multiplication fact, it has two division facts. For example, 15 multiplied 2 is equal to 30. That means 30 has two division facts. This 30 will be divided by 15 also. This 30 could get divided completely. Yes, I have forgot to use the word completely. This 30 will get completely divided by 15. Remainder will be 0. There will be no remainder. And this 30 will get completely divided by this number 2 also. And remainder will be 0. That's what written over here. 30 divided by 2 is equal to 15. It is the trial quotient. And 30 divided by 15 is equal to 2. This time this is the trial quotient when 30 is divided by 15. So these three facts, these three key points about multiplication and division, you have to keep in mind while solving the problems based on word problems or any numerical problems based on multiplication and division. So now let's see our first word problem here. As you can see over here, these are numerical problems, okay, that we have already seen how to do. Now let's see the word problem. So as you can see over here, Rishabh is giving an online test, and regarding word problem, I have told you one thing, that each and every word, each and every sentence, whatever is written in the word problem consists of some meaning. It contains, it carry forwards, it gives a message, it gives certain information and clues. On the basis of that information, that clue, we have to move ahead with the word problems and we have to Solve and calculate. Okay. So Rishabh is giving an online test. Rishabh is any boy. He is giving an online test. The test has 50 questions in all. In all means total. Total number of questions are how many? 50. So this sentence meaning was that in total there were 50 questions. Okay. So total amount we know. Now let's see. If Rishabh spends 4 minutes per question, if Rishabh, as he is giving an online test, so he has to solve total 50 questions and he gives 4 minutes per question. What is the meaning of per? Per means 1. Okay, on one question, Rishabh is giving 4 minutes to solve. That means one question he solves completely in 4 minutes. Are you getting the sense? Total he has 50 questions. Okay, and to solve one question completely, he needs 4 minutes. He gives 4 minutes time. Then how many hours and minutes will Rishabh take to complete the test? Then now we have to calculate that to solve the total 50 questions, how much time Rishabh will take? Okay, how much time he is going to take to solve the total 20 question? Now you think what could be the possibilities? How we will solve? What will be our thought process? Okay, first I have told you whatever is given that we have to write. So first we know that total questions in all is equal to 50. This is the total number of questions. Now Rishabh spends 4 minutes per question. One question, we can write per question as one question is equal to how many time? How much time he spends? 4 minutes. Okay. For one question, he gives 4 minutes. Now he have to solve total. How many questions are there? 50 questions. So to solve 50 questions, he will need 4. This one will come in upon and this 50 will go in multiplication. And there is nothing with 50, so it will be 1. Okay. So this method is called unitary method. Two things are known to us, and with the help of those two quantities, those two things, we will find out the third thing. For example, here we have been given questions in all 50, and for one question he needs 4 minutes. Okay, for one question he need 4 minutes. For example, to eat one mango we need 4 persons. To eat 2 mango, how many persons we will need? How we will find out? To eat one mango, we need 4 people, 4 persons. So if we have 2 mangoes, then how many people will finish that mangoes? So 4 into 2, 8 people. Okay, so we have multiplied. So in the similar fashion, to solve one question, Rishabh needs one question is equal to 4 minutes. One question needs 4 minutes. These two are equivalent things because one question is getting solved completely in 4 minutes. Okay. Now he have to solve 50 questions. He have to solve 50 questions. So to solve 50 questions, he will be needing 4 multiplied 50. It is just the trend, just the method or just the way how to write 4 upon 1 multiplied, multiplication sign will come and this 50 will go up. It will be multiplied. And why I have put 1? Because in this fraction, if nothing is there, then 1. We have to consider 1 is there. Okay. And what we have studied, if 50 will be 50 upon 1, that means 50 itself. Okay. What we have studied in the multiplication, when a number is multiplied or divided by 1, then the result is the number itself, as it is written over here, no? Any number it is divided by 1, then the result is the number itself. So it doesn't make any difference. If 50 is divided by 1, then also the result will be this number itself. Now we have to solve this. Now nothing could be cross cut, okay, because now we have to multiply this. This 50 will get multiplied with 4 and this 1 will get multiplied with 1. So what will be the result? 50 multiplied 4, it will give us, and 1 multiplied 1 will give us 1. So it could be written as 200 minutes. Okay. So in total, Rishabh will spend 200 minutes to solve all these 50 questions. But now we will convert this. You can write answer like this also, but it would be better if you convert it into hours. Okay, if you will convert 200 minutes into hours. Now we know in 1 hour there are 60 minutes. Okay, so now you have to think with your mind. Thought process is very important while you are solving word problems. You have to keep your mind thinking and just finding out and exploring all the possible facts, all the related and relative things, whatever you have studied in maths till now, that where this thing could be co-connected and correlated. Now we know this is the total time, 200 minutes, and we also know that in 1 hour there is 60 minutes. 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. Then 2 hour is equal to 60 into 2, 120 minutes, and 3 hours is equal to 60 into 3, that is 180 minutes. So out of 200 minutes, 180 minutes we have got as a whole, just 3 hours. Now how much amount is left? How much minute is left over? 20 minutes is left over. So if we want to write this 200 minute into hour forms, then we can also write that he will spend 3 hour 20 minutes to solve this 50 questions. Now 3 hours means what? 3 hour could be written as 3 into 60 minutes. And this 20 minutes will be added. So it will give us 6 3s are 18 minute plus 20 minute is equal to 200 minute. Now this and this thing is equal. We can break it, this 3 hour 20 minutes like this. Now 3 hour means what? In 1 hour there is 60 minutes. So in 3 hour there will be 3 into 60 minutes plus this 20 minute is extra. This 20 minute is as it is. So 3 into 60, it will give us 180 minute and plus 20, 200 minutes. So it is matching with this. So you can write answers like this also, 200 minutes, or better you convert it into hour and minutes form. Okay, no issue with that. So at last you have to write one conclusion statement that question is asking how many hours and minutes will Rishabh take to complete the test. So obviously and surely you have to convert this minute into hour form. Did you understand? If in the word problem it is asking that how many hours and minutes will Rishabh take to complete the test, but we have taken out our answer in the minute form, so we will convert this minute into hour form. As we know, 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. So this 200 minutes, it will be equal to 3 hour 20 minutes. How we get 3 hour? We have to find out the near about multiple around 200 minutes. So 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. So when 60 got multiplied with 3, then 180 minutes. So out of 200, 180 minutes means 3 hours. And if we will subtract 180 from 200, total time is 200 minutes and 180 minutes means 3 hours. And if we will subtract, then what we will got? It is 10. 0 minus 0, 0, it is 10. So 1 we will take carry over from here. It is earlier it is 0. So 1 is taking over here, carrying over from here. So it becomes 10. 10 minus 8, 2. And after giving carrying over to this, it remains 1. So 1 minus 1, 0. So this is 20 minutes. Okay. So this is the leftover 20 minute which I have written here. That out of 200 minute, 180 minute means 3 hours. How we calculated 180 minute? We know that 1 hour is equal to 60 minute. So in 200 minutes there will be 3 hours. Are you getting? 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes and total we have 200 minutes. So in 200 minutes, how many hours will be there? How many? So we have to think, yes, in 200 minutes, 3 hours are completed because 3 hours is equal to 180 minutes. 3 hours is equal to 180 minutes and this 20 minutes is extra. So that's what it is asking now. How many hours and minutes will Rishabh take to complete the test? So we will write Rishabh will take this, no need to write R completely. You can write in short form also, or you can write HOURs. 3 hours. Let's write in full form only. Because you kids are small now. Later on in higher classes, you could use the short forms and all that. But right now, I will suggest you that you write the complete terms. Okay. 3 hours, 20 minutes to complete the test. Okay. One concluding statement is also to be written when you have solved the calculation part in word problems. Then only your word problem will be said to be completed in proper sense. Okay. So this was one word problem based on multiplication and division fact. Basically multiplication fact. So I hope this question is clear and understood to you all. Whatever things is given, from that only we have to calculate. We have to find out what the question is asking us to find out. Total number of questions were given, and to solve one question, per question means one question. To solve one question, how much time he needs, that was given. So from that we have calculated the total time he will take to solve that complete question. And now this 200 which we have calculated, why it is coming in minutes? Because here we are multiplying it with minute. We are multiplying the number of questions with minutes. Okay, so this answer has come in the minute form. But again, if we see the question, it is asking us how many hours and minutes will Rishabh take to complete the test? Now we have taken out the answer in minute form, but it is asking us to give the answer in hour and minute form in that unit. So we know that 1 hour contains 60 minutes. So in 200 minutes, there must be 3 hours, because 3 into 60 is equal to 180 minutes. 180 is getting completed, and extra 20. If we will subtract 180 from 200, then extra 20 minutes is also he is taking. So Rishabh will take 3 hours 20 minutes to complete the test. Okay. Let's see one more question. Question number 3. Manan has an apple orchard. Orchard means garden. Okay. Apple garden. One row in the orchard has 105 apple trees. One row. Now he is having an apple orchard and there are so many rows of rows. Rows means line. You also make your row, na? While you do your assembly, you stand in a proper row. So in Manan's garden, Manan's apple orchard, There are also rows of trees. The trees are planted in rows, and one row in the orchard, it has 105 apple trees. So find out the total number of apple trees in Manan's orchard if there are 42 rows in all. Simply thing is that if one student, if one student let me tell you this thing, one row in the orchard has 105 apple trees, and there are total 42 rows. There are total how many rows? 42 rows. So we have to find out the total number of apple trees in Manan's orchard. Yes, if one student, he or she is eating 5 mangoes. Let's understand, always you try to correlate the things with simple facts which you can calculate quickly, so that the concept should be clear and thought process come in your mind ki yes, I have to move like this in this type of question. If one student, he is eating 5 mangoes, and there are total 42 students, so total number of mangoes they will eat, one student is eating 5 mangoes and total 42 students are there. So 42 into 5, that will be the total number of mangoes we will require. So in the similar way, we are going to solve this question also. One row, whatever is given, first we have to write one row in the orchard. So one row, one row in the orchard is equal to 105 apple trees. Okay. One row in the orchard is equal to 105 apple trees. Now, find out the total number of apple trees. We have to find out the total number of apple trees in Manan's orchard, Manan's apple garden, if there are 42 rows. If he has planted row wise, suppose these are the rows, and one row has 105 apple trees, and total how many rows he have? He have 42 rows. So 42 rows in the orchard is equal to, again we will apply the unitary method, 105 written over here, this one will come down in the fraction part, multiplied, this 42 will get up, and 1 again written over here. Now we have to multiply this 105 with this 42. So you will show this multiplication part in your notebook while solving the question. 5 2 ja 10, 1 get carried over here, 2 multiplied 0. Always remember, first we have to multiply the ones place. Okay. So 2 multiplied 0, 0, 0 is nothing, but 0 plus 1, 1. 2 multiplied 1, 2. Now this place is done. Now we have to move forward with the tens place. So first we will put 0 at the ones place, and then we will start from the tens place. Okay. So 4 5s are 20. 0 written over here. Now 2 get carried over here. 4 multiplied 0, 0, but 2 will be written over here. And 4 1 ja 4. Now we have to add it up. 0, 1, 2 plus 2, 4, and this 4. Okay. So 42 rows in the orchard will be having 4, 4, 1, 0 upon 1. It could be written as 4, 4, 1, 0. It is apple trees now. So we will write apple trees. Okay. So at last you will give one concluding statement that so Manan, so there are 4,410 apple trees in Manan's orchard. Okay. Just understand whatever I have written and whatever I have told you. Listen the things carefully and try to imbibe it. Okay. One row in the orchard. Whatever thing is given na in the question statement, that only will help us to solve the question. Okay. That we need to understand. That one row in the orchard, it contains 105 apple trees. And there are total 42 rows in that orchard. So how many trees must be there? So one row contains 105 apple trees. So 42. We will multiply, then we will get the answer. So this was simple. Okay. So rest of the questions, I have solved 2 questions for you. Rest of the questions you are going to solve by yourself. Okay. I will upload the PDF of this particular exercise on Snapwork today only so that you could easily complete your homework. So all the remaining question is to be solved by you people in your notebook, previous year maths notebook, okay, properly, and whatever calculation part is there, you will do it. You have to show it. You will not do it on the back side of your notebook or here and there. No. Whatever you are solving, whatever calculations, whatever things are related to this particular question or any particular questions, you have to write it with that questions only. Okay. And always remember these units. Whatever you are taking out, don't forget to write the units. For example, here we have taken out 200 minutes, then we converted it into 3 hour 20 minutes. So these are called the units. What we are taking out here, 4410, what it represents? It represents the total number of apple trees in Manan's orchard. Okay, so that's all for today's video. See you soon with the next video. Till then, bye, take care, and thank you for the class.